Hi, welcome back to the back deck. So if any of you saw my what does a $15 stock look like video, this is the stock that was in it. This is an Italian-made M1 Garand stock. This is a surplus stock. It's used, but it's in really good condition. It's missing its furniture, and there's a little chip here, but overall, I'm fairly pleased with the purchase. It was $15, and it didn't really raise the cost of shipping. I was already buying other items from Northridge International anyhow, and I decided I would go ahead and just show it in a video to give an idea of, about what somebody could expect if they were to buy something similar. Now, I collect in addition to collecting milsurp rifles, and I'm very fond of European milsurp rifles, I do collect parts for them, both to keep as spares and because there are so many different variations. There are so many different variations on bayonets, and there's so many different things. If you do enough research, you'll find there's a lot of history with these milsurp rifles. I do not own an Italian M1 Garand because they were manufactured in Italy for a while there. I do not own an Italian M1 Garand yet, but I hope to one day. Meanwhile, though, I will continue to collect parts in case I need them as spares or also just for my collection. So I decided I placed another order with Northridge International, and once again, they still had them in stock for $15, and it didn't raise the cost of shipping when I put it in my cart. So I bought a second one, and actually I unboxed it by mistake in Carcano video because I had two tubes from the U.S. Post Office in the same week, and they were sitting down on the reload bench taking up space. I've had this for a while now. I finally got around to doing a video on it. But you can see this stock is in fairly good shape. I'd say it's a little bit less beat up, actually, than the other stock. There's no sticker on here. There's a cutout here as well, so maybe that's not a chip in it. Maybe that's part of it. I haven't taken off the butt plate on my M1 to see if there's any sort of difference. But everything's there. This can get cleaned up fairly easy, and I could get some furniture for it, and I've got another Italian stock. So $30 well spent, in my opinion. No extra shipping fees, none of that stuff. But would I buy a stock by itself and not have anything else on the order? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, I would. She going, what did you go and buy a third $15 stock and that was it? No, this was a $60 stock. You might be wondering, well, what gives? Well, there you go. What's the difference? I will tell you what the difference is. This stock is a Danish M1 Garand stock. So, Denmark manufactured some of its own parts for the M1 Garand, as far as I know, at least the stocks. And the only reason I know that is because I've got a Danish stock on my M1 Garand. It's got parts from 4 different manufacturers on it that I can find. So I believe mine has a kind of a label right in here, a piece of paper right inside of here, if I remember correctly. But otherwise, see, here's that notch missing again. So this has got to be the way they're manufactured. This is not actually something that's broken on the stock. So there's a correction from my first video. This is the way it's supposed to be. But if you take a look at the condition, this Danish stock is in much better shape. Now this might have been made later than these Italian stocks. These could have been made in the 50s and 60s. This could have been made in the 70s for all I know. I really don't have enough information on these yet, but I may do some research to find that out later. It's kind of the fun of with milsurps. If you really get into them, you start to go down the rabbit hole doing research, and it's kind of fun. And especially when you get something and you want to know more about it. When did they make these? Why did they make stocks and possibly not other parts? As far as I know, actually Forgotten Weapons has a video on this, and I do believe that some of or all of the Danish Garands were made in Italy for Denmark. But I would say go and do your own research if you're trying to find out. I'm kind of trying to cobble together a video in a hurry. But I kind of want to show these 3 stocks. These were $15. They're made in Italy. This was $60, made in Denmark. And these are all milsurps. And if you're into collecting, this might be something that you're interested in. I don't know if I'm going to do any research as far as what other stocks I might be able to get, or if any other European countries made their own stocks. But if I do happen to come across something in studying it, it might lead me down the rabbit hole for another purchase. M1 Garand stocks, made in Europe, for our allies, for their M1 Garands. Thanks for watching.